Hello, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Pinkchokate, and this is another YouTube video. Slash mukbang, because today I'm doing my review on the show P-Valley. I'm a little behind, but I'm gonna do episode 4 today, like on my own little review, my own little spin. And also today I have 2 lobsters, which is 2 pounds. 2-pound lobster tails. Yes, 2-pound lobster tails. Woohoo! I'll put them in the oven. Yeah, I put them in the oven. And then we have some butter, garlic sauce, and some Alfredo, some water, and some sangria today. So let's pray over the food. Bam. Okay, so let me take at least one bite before I get into the episode. So this is season 1, episode 4, and the episode is called The Trap. Mercedes' last dance. So this is her last dance. She's retiring from scripting. Ooh. She's retiring from scripting. Scripting age is, I guess, retirement is 25. I don't know. That's what they were saying on the show. Oof. This thing is huge. Okay, so get this in. Get it. Take at least one little bite. That's good. Okay, so anyway, the episode starts off with Mississippi in the club giving a lap dance to some guy. He's all like, you shouldn't be in here and all this, we shouldn't be paying y'all, just degrading them, like really degrading them. So she just sitting there, just like, what in the world? This man is crazy. So basically, he don't want to give her no money, trying to get something for free. So boom, here comes Mercedes coming in there with this black leather outfit. This black leather situation. And was like, look, ain't nothing up in here for free, so you either gonna pay or you gonna get the out. Cynthia was like, yeah, I got money, I got money. She was like, well, prove it then, because this girl ain't working for free. Yeah, I got money and all this. So Benny comes over, aka Diamond. His name is not Benny on the show, but I know him as Benny from other shows, Tyler Perry shows. Benny comes over and was like, what's the problem? I'm like, you gonna give her some money or not? Then the guy like, I got money, threw the money on the floor. Ignorant. Threw the money on the floor. At that, he's like, pick up the money. Give the lady the money. So he ends up giving the guy the money. He ends up giving Mercedes the money. He ends up giving her the money. From off the floor, the guy gets kicked out. Boom. So Mercedes and Mississippi have a conversation, and Mercedes like, why do you just keep letting guys just dump on you like that, girl? You need to, start sticking up for yourself. And she's like, girl, I can't, And I'm like, this girl is like, but she gonna get better doing the show though. So they having their little girl talk, heart to heart. She having her little talk, girl talk to heart. Telling her how she needs to have a backbone and all that. No. So boom, Autumn pops up. Clean up all these alcohol, like these liquor bottles. There's liquor bottles everywhere all over her apartment. And I think she had like a drinking problem or something, because she was always drunk. All these liquor bottles, so she take all the bottles and she put all the bottles in the bathroom and dump them all out into the tub. So I'm like, what is going on here? She dumps all the alcohol into the tub with water. Takes a whole bunch of money, put it in there. Later, dries it up, soak it up in the alcohol and stuff. But at the same time, excuse me, y'all. But at the same time, reminiscing on, you know, what happened in New Orleans, the flood, and her kids and stuff. So she's having backflashes while she's doing it. So then another scene comes on. She shows up in this all white outfit in the bank, depositing the money. So I'm like, where's this girl getting all this money from? It's crazy. So, y'all, I'm looking at my notes. I don't want to miss nothing. And so she deposited all the money into the bank. Then Mercedes pops up with her dance crew. Her girls just getting it. Boom, 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 boom. Getting. Oh, shoot. All of a sudden, she pops up with her relative. Excuse me, y'all. Now, you know she's trying to get out the game and she's trying to buy her a gym for her and the girls. So she's talking to her realtor. And the realtor's like, what kind of business you trying to run here anyway? She's like, yeah, I'm trying to buy a gym. And the lady's like, a gym? Yeah, we do need a gym out here. I mean, it's not like nobody's going to go to it, but we need one. She's like, no, I'm starting an actual gym, you know, majorettes and classes and ballet and all that. And the lady's like, oh, so what kind of money you make trying to do this? And Mercedes like, I think she really told the lady. she just said, I make enough. The lady was being really, really nosy anyway. He was like, all right, well, if you're doing that, just make sure you're charging at least $250 to $200 a head. I'm like, okay. Well, at the same time, she was trying to show her some other stuff too. Seeing how the properties all around there were selling and all that. So it was like, okay, well, you want this property, so I'm gonna need a down payment as soon as possible. So Mercedes like, okay, that's no problem. I have the money to you as soon as possible. But y'all know, Mercedes was letting her mom hold money all this time to hold for her through some checking account. I'm trying to break this up so I have like little bites. Anyway. Then her mom shows up at the bank. Getting a check. for the 20K. She's singing in the car. And this homeless guy pops up. This homeless guy pops up. He's like, I'll pay you the same. You saying like that, I'll pay you the same. What church you saying at? She's like, I don't have a church right now. So she thinking the whole time, like, what is this lady up to? She up to something. Anyway, she get the check, close out the account. The club scene pops up. It's Gidget and Autumn. Autumn is not really too good on the pole, so Gidget is trying to show her, you know, how to work the pole. Then here comes Mississippi in, or her little baby. Like, hey, girl. She like, hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Yeah, I was like, who hoopty is parked out in the parking lot? I was like, that's my car. She was like, what you doing driving around in that? What happened to your Lexus you had, girl? She had to take that Lexus back somewhere. I don't know what she did with that Lexus. So Clifford walks in. And he's like, hey, girls, what's up, whatever. And Mr. like, oh, we're going to the store. Can you watch the baby? He was like, oh, I ain't watching no baby. You better take that baby with you. So anywho, he takes Autumn to the back, and they're talking about the casino and all that stuff and what's going on. But at the same time, back in the other room, Gidget and Mississippi are talking about the casino and how they just found out about it and how the club is going to close and all this stuff. So back to Autumn and Clifford. So they're talking about the casino and how Clifford needs more information about the casino, and can Autumn go back to the room and talk to Andre to get more information about the casino. And she's like, nah, he creepy, he taking pictures of me. I'm not going back over there with him. And he's like, girl, you are not that special. He took pictures of me too. So now she looking dumbfounded and stupid. That was funny. That was real funny. So as they saying, they're talking about the paperwork. I'm like, yeah, you got to go back and get some more information on him. And she's like, are you sure you're going to have the down payment for the club and all this stuff? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know. Because guys like that, you'll never win. And I totally understand what she's saying. I totally understand where she's coming from. Right, then Andre shows up in the office with the mayor and his assistant, and they're talking to some guy named Bill, who's helping them with the deal with the casino. They have to deal with casino. So then Andre's like, I think Clifford, one of the guys, know about the casino. So Bill is like, what? Somebody knows about casino? He was like, that's fine, it's fine. As long as we offer him, you know, a bigger sum, we'll get it. So don't worry about it. But at the same time, the mayor is looking at him like, what? What you mean he know about the casino? How he know about the casino? You must have been running your mouth. So Bill is talking to the mayor and Andre and was like, if we don't get that land in 2 weeks, oh, the deal is off. So they hang up the phone with him. The mayor and Andre are talking. So they kick the assistant out. The mayor's like, oh, so Clifford knows about the casino. How did he know about the casino? It must have been you running your mouth off to the stripper girl that he's talking to. It's like, da 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 da. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Da, da, da. I don't know how she knows. He know. So basically, he was mad at him. The mayor was mad at him. Basically. The mayor was mad at him because he was over there running his mouth with Autumn. So like, yeah, and the mayor's like, yeah, I know about your little side deal with the farmer guys, the other two guys, too. So, hey, I don't know what Andre got going on. All right, so then it's the scene where Mercedes pops up at her house. She's calling her mom. She's not answering the phone. She's like, Mom, I need that check. I need that check. I need that check. And, oh, sorry, y'all. I need that check. I need that check. Her mom is not answering the phone, y'all. So she gives up and just hangs up the phone. But you know she need that money for her gym. So she's personally on her mom like, I need my money. I need my money. Her mom ain't answering the phone. So that got to be frustrating. So then, back at the church, her mom is doing a sermon. And the pastor gets so mad. He gets so mad. I mean, she was hooting and hollering, just taking over the whole sermon. So he mad. He takes her to the back of the church. Like, look, this is my church. This my church. Is either my way or the highway. So she was like, oh, they like me. They like me. So no, a woman needs to stay in her place. Basically telling her she needs to stay in her place and all this. Ooh, that's cheesy. Telling her she needs to stay in her place. Then back to the club scene. Mercedes is in a VIP with her boyfriend. Well, ex-boyfriend. Asking him, are you going to come to my last dance? Are you going to come? Or are you going to get to come? Because he's on probation and house arrest, so he can't really come. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make it. She's like, yeah, I'm going to make it. I'm like, all right. Like, yeah, I'm going to make it. He gives her this diamond cut bracelet. He gives her this bracelet with her name on it. But at the same time, looking at her outfit, it's this diamond type of cut little two-piece. It is so sexy. She is laying him on top. Yeah, so good. So she laying on the couch with him. Talking to him or whatever. Okay, Clifford pops up in the dressing room, calling the girls' names for the set. Okay, so Clifford pops up in the dressing room, calling the girls for the set. One of the girl Gidgets is letting the girls know about the casino deal and about the club closing. So Clifford's like, no, that's a rumor. Don't believe that. The club's not closing. The club's not closing, y'all. So Mississippi was like, no, I heard you talking to some guy in VIP the other day about a casino deal. And if it falls through, the club will close. So he's like, that's a lie. That's a rumor. Oh, excuse me. I'm like, oh, that's a lie. That's a rumor. So then Mercedes comes in The girls was like, oh, did you know about this? Did you know about the club closing? Did you know the club was going to close? She was like, oh, no, girls, the clubs ain't closing. Clifford just a little bit behind. They were like, behind? Then Mississippian Gidget confronts Mercedes about her knowing about the club closing. And Mercedes like, yeah, I know the club is closing, but you know, y'all really ain't been preparing yourselves. Y'all been buying Louis bags, going out to eat. Y'all really ain't been saving y'all money. So, I mean, y'all should have been prepared for anything to happen. So, get you like, what's wrong with the club? The club ain't good enough for you? And she was like, you can't script all your life, baby. I was like, man, that is such a low blow, but that is serious. That's reality. You can't script all your life. And then Mississippi was like, well, you don't have anybody to take care of but your dog. And she was like, well, I didn't tell you to have all those kids. It's kind of like a low blow. That right there was a low blow. I ain't gonna lie, that was a low blow right there. All right, well, and then Autumn shows up in the parking lot talking to Andre about the casino deal. And he's like, you know what? I can't trust you. I can't trust you. You told Clifford about the deal. You went snooping behind my back. So at this point, he's mad at her. She was like, oh, you can't be mad at me, but I seen other documents in there that proves something else. He was like, well, this casino deal is gonna, if it falls through, it's gonna help everybody. And she's like, oh, you trying to be a Captain Saber, all this and all that. And then all of a sudden, he just flips out. He was like, you know what, you ain't nothing but a scripper anyway, and all that. She was like, what? And he was like, you need to go back to raising your kids. You need to go back to raising your kids and instead of being a whore. I mean, she flips out. What? No. Crying, tears and tears and tears. And I'm like, really? So fast forward. She wakes up the next day in his room. They had on clothes. I don't think they did anything, but she was like, yeah, my daughter died, and I don't appreciate that, so now he's feeling all bad. Shouldn't have said it about your daughter. So she runs out and say, okay, whatever. I don't know what Autumn is up to. This girl is riding around town to different check cashing places, changing wigs, outfits, doing a lot of money. Wire transfers? I'm thinking it's wire transfers. I don't know what she got going on, but this girl's going all around town, wire transfer here, wire transfer there. Okay, so then the main event starts. The night shows up. It's Mercedes' last dance. The club is packed. The line is around the corner. For some reason, I don't know why Lil Murder think he just come up to the front line and just get in before everybody. Diamond like, don't you see a line? He was like, I don't care about that line. I want to get in. So they about to get into it at the door. Here comes Clifford coming to the rescue. Oh, no, he good. So at this point, everybody looking at him all awkward. So Mercedes shows up to the club. She's sitting in the parking lot. And she's like, let me call my mama one more time. She calls her mom. No answer. Still no answer. I'm like, this lady just not gonna answer the phone. Autumn pulls up. I don't know what type of feud they got going on, Autumn and Mercedes, but she like, I can't stand it. She walking like she got 10 stacks up in that club. I'm like, wow. Okay. At the same time, the lady calls her and she's like, oh, do you have the money? Because I have somebody coming by tonight to purchase the building. And she was like, okay, yes, I got my money. Don't worry about it. I'm going to meet you with the check. So Mercedes gets to the dressing room. She comes in and she looks in her locker, and the girls made like this picture collage for her. It was so nice. It was showing like pictures of them and all that stuff. She was like, oh my God, I want to cry and all this other stuff. So skips to the scene. All the girls are buttering her down, glistening her down, you know, getting her ready, combing her hair out and all that stuff. Put her clothes on, and she had on this silver, black, and white two-piece outfit. Oh my God. And then she had on these black studded heels, 6-inch heels. Ooh. And she was looking good. She was looking real good. Oh my God, she was looking real good. So then comes Mississippi talking about, you know, how the club is closing and all this other stuff, and what's she gonna work at, what is she gonna do, and how she's not as strong as Mercedes is, I guess. You know, she doesn't really care about what people think about her. She was like, I wish I can be just like you. I wish I can be strong like you. I wish I, you know, didn't have such a well, she's basically saying that she really wish she didn't give but I'm not gonna console here. So then she was saying how I didn't save up money to buy a gym and all this other stuff. And I'm like, you could have. You could have. Like, don't make her feel bad. You could have saved money. You could have. So then Mississippi and Gidget hit the stage together. They hit the stage together, and Lil Murda is trying to get the DJ to play his song on Mercedes' set when she did her last dance. And he was like, no, I ain't doing that. Oh, you crazy? Last time I played your song, man, she about killed me. So he was like, forget it. I'm going to play it. He ain't even drunk none of my wine. Oh. So then Mercedes walks out in her outfit looking like bam, bam, bam. Everybody's throwing money on her. Bam, bam. Throwing money on her. She looking around. She's like, ooh, I can't believe it's my last dance. So then she see her ex-boyfriend sending VIP. So he came. That was good. He came to see her. He was like, okay, nice to see you and all this woo-doo-woo. And as she's talking to her ex-boyfriend, Lil Murda comes up to her and he's like, hey, can I talk to you? So the ex-boyfriend like, what? Who is this nigga? Why is he approaching me? Like, why is he approaching me? And she was like, oh, calm down. She was like, okay, Lil Murda, can you please speak your piece? He was like, I'm just trying to, you know, let you know we appreciate you. You know, all this, thank you, and all this. She's like, okay, thank you. So Mercedes then goes to Clifford's office for the last time. And she's talking to the other owner, you know, saying how, you know, goodbye and all this stuff, hugging, taking pictures. She gave him the necklace that her ex-boyfriend gave her. So then she goes up to Clifford, and Clifford's like, he's really like, he really don't want to see her go. She was like, if you leaving, you gonna leave. But turn around, though, because I want to see you leave. this is how I want to remember you. And then you can see her butt just all in his face. He was like, this is how I want to remember you. From the backside. So she was so hurt. She was like, man. So then Mercedes goes back to the dressing room. And her mom calls her. And she's like, okay, Mom. I'm glad you called me back. Could you meet me at the Kroger where the building is to give me the check? So she was like, yeah, sure, I'll meet you. And she's in the dressing room with Autumn, and Autumn was like, just make sure you empty out that dressing room because it won't be there when you get back. So Mercedes like, I earned that. I earned that. I earned that locker. So only an OG can get this locker, not you. She's basically telling her she's not up to par, basically. Okay, now back to the party. Lil Murda and his friend, they partying. And his friend was like, you know what, man? I don't like how dude was treating you. I don't like how he was handling you. I want to do something about that. And Lil Murda was like, nah, man, don't do nothing about that. Just chill. So the guy was like, yeah, I heard about you. You ain't no but a punk anyway. You like, what, a punk? I ain't no punk. The guy punched him. They fighting. Lil Murda ended up getting kicked out the club. Then Mercedes finally meets up with her mom and the realtor at the building. Mercedes like, okay, I'm here. And she's like, I'm sorry, but somebody else has bought the building. And she's like, what? What you mean somebody else bought the building? Her mom walks out of the building, y'all. And she's like, what? And the realtor like, this your mom? She walks off. And she's like, Mom, you gave me my stacks, right? You gave me my stacks? He was like, no. I didn't give her your stacks. I gave her the money for my church. This lady done stole that girl money to start her own church. Are you serious? She did a whole flashback. They fighting. Boom, boom, slapping, punching, all this going on. I'm like, what? I'll be punching and slapping her too. Somebody stole my money. So now back at the club, Mercedes not there. So everybody's like, where Mercedes at? And Gidget's like, oh my God, I hope nothing bad happened to her. And Clipper's like, oh, I don't think nothing bad happened to her, but we can't think like that. So anywho, he was like, I need one of y'all to go up in the club, go up on that stage. Which one of y'all gonna go up on that stage? And then Mississippi like, I'll do it. He was like, you sure? It's a lot of people out there. And she was like, I'll do it. She gets up on that stage, this little purple attire, little ponytail. Ooh, body just glistening, honey. She really did her thing. I'm not even gonna front. She did her thing on that stage. She really did her thing on that stage. She really came out of her shell. I like that. I think that's good. She might be the next Mercedes, y'all. She might be the next Mercedes. So at the same time, as she's dancing, the song, y'all, Lil Murda outside like, oh, they playing my song. Yeah, they playing my song. Like, he's like, hold on. But I'm not in there. So Clifford comes outside and see him outside. He was like, you all right? He was like, yeah, they playing my song. He was like, you know this song about you, right? And he was like, oh, yeah? And he's like, yeah. He was like, prove it. Then the scene goes back to Mississippi. She's dancing. She's doing her thing. Then the scene goes back to Clifford and Lil Murda in the office together, doing their little thing, you know, safely. Anywho, yes, Mercedes and her mom end up going to jail, y'all, at the end. So sad. Yes, that was so sad. Well, anyway, that was season 1, episode 4 of P-Valley. Thank you, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing another video next week on the new episode. So come back and holler at your girl. Bye.